Hello everyone, and welcome to
Bogo Talk.
We're very happy to be here on our new channel ever since the old station burned down.
Well, it was quite an accident, I will say that, but I'm glad everyone made it out alive.
Especially our George Foreman grill, where we make most of our burgers here in the studio.
It is a very important piece of equipment, Alan.
It is fortunate that we're ushering in our new location in a new year.
Speaking of the new year, I think New Year's Eve is a good time to reflect.
I agree, and that's why Brandon and I have prepared a short list of our top 5 favorite burgers from 2011.
Yes, and boy, what a tough time it was to narrow that list down.
That's right, Brandon and I were forced to revisit some of our favorite locations from all over the city of Chicago.
And I dare say that we came up with a list worthy of any burger entrepreneur.
I totally agree, Brandon, and I think we're on the same page when I say that this list is the definitive list of at least the greater Chicago area.
We are on the same page.
Well, good. So let's get started.
Okay. Number 5 burger. I believe it was somewhere you had gone.
That's right. Recently, I took a trip down, and it almost didn't make the list at all, Brandon. Mostly because I didn't discover this location until November of this year.
Wow. Talk about cutting it close.
Cutting it real close, Brandon.
So what was so great about this particular burger?
This burger, Brandon, from Epic Burger, down off the North and Clybourne stop on the red line, featured a burger that was roughly the size of my face.
Wow, Alan. That must have been quite a feat.
It was, and I felt very proud of myself after I completed eating it. And that's why this burger goes number 5 on our list of the top 5 best burgers of 2011.
Wow, well, I think we're off to a great start already, Alan.
Okay, well, why don't you handle number 4 on the list, Brandon? You put this one here?
Yes, well, I went down to the DMK, which is down by the Belmont stop on the red line.
Oh, I'm familiar.
And I got just a plain burger, and I gotta say, that burger blew me away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a regular old burger.
Just a regular old burger. But I gotta say, it was juicy, it was delicious, it was the perfect size, and I felt no more rumbles in my tumbles afterwards.
Well, that's why that is number 4 on our list of the top 5 burgers of 2011. As for number 3, I think we're all familiar with a little place called McDonald's, Brandon.
Oh, McDonald's. I grew up there.
That is something I never knew about you, Brandon.
Yep.
But I'm happy that this brought us closer together.
Me too. I thought it was about time.
Well, we could just move on to number 2 on the list because I'm pretty sure everyone is familiar with the McDonald's burger.
Well, my number 2, I gotta say, it's more of a chain, but it is good. It's that little place called Five Guys.
Ooh, Five Guys makes some burgers, Brandon.
And I have to say, I ate 5 burgers there.
That seems like a reasonable way to get to the top 5 list. Moving on to our number 1 favorite burger of 2011. This one is sort of cheating, because it's one that we made ourselves in our old studio before it burned to the ground.
It's true. As I always say, the best burger is the burger you make.
Right, because it has one additional ingredient that you just can't get from a store-bought burger.
Love. That's true. That's true. And nobody loves a burger more than you, Alan.
Now, Brandon, you flatter me, because we all know that you are the most loving of burgers.
Well, we could debate over that all day, Alan, but our listeners don't want to listen to us argue.
No, they don't. That's not what they pay for. Do they pay?
Doesn't. We don't have to fund it.
Okay, well, point being, maybe this burger was the one that caused the grease fire that burned down our own station. But needless to say, it was by far the tastiest burger of all the burgers of 2011.
Yes, the fire was a necessary sacrifice. Sometimes you gotta break some eggs to make burgers.
To make some burgers. Especially if the burger has an egg on it. Which this one did.
It did.
And that's what set it apart.
Because you can have this burger any time of day.
It's breakfast?
Lunch?
Snack time?
Evening snack time?
Oh, supper?
Dinner?
Midnight snack?
Really early breakfast.
I already said.
Yeah, but this is really early.
Oh, like a super early breakfast.
Like really early.
Like Like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, if you gotta commute.
Anyway, that's our top 5 lists for 2011.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Oh, Brandon,
Oh, what, Alan?
it looks like it's time to wrap up your Bogo talk.
Oh, yep. Look at that. 2011 is coming to a close, and so are we.
Well, I feel really bad, Brandon, because yet again, our good friend Sylvester Stallone came onto the show. And once again, he didn't have a chance to speak.
Well, that's okay, because us and the world knows that his boogers aren't expendable. Good night,
Good luck!
and good
Bogos!